Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless Blades coming at you today with a look at the Reiff Knives Vicon. This is the Reiff Knives take on a fighting knife, a collaboration and co-design with US Navy SEALs. Now there's one thing about Reiff Knives, they don't release a lot of models, but when they do, they are just about perfect. Reiff taking a long time to develop their designs. This particular model, the Vicon, 3 years in the making. And again, when Reiff releases a design, they nail it. Most specifically, the fit and finish, the fit in the hand, the handle ergonomics, always fantastic. And so with that, let's get into this Vicon. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Reiff Knives who did provide this for review. And if you like what you see here today, do me a favor, take a look in the description box below where you can find all of the relevant links for this Vicon and other fantastic Reiff Knives products. So again, this here being Reiff Knives' first model in the fighting knife class. Up until now, we have seen models that are more for the outdoor, wilderness, bushcraft genre. This one here, more of a fighting style knife. Now, don't get me wrong, this is going to make an absolutely beautiful outdoor wilderness knife. And in fact, I'm here enjoying some time at a ranch, and I figured this would be the perfect carry for me here. Nice and rugged, robust, excellent ergonomics, great to put this right on my hip. Just an awesome belt knife. Field knife, something that's going to do pretty much a vast majority of the tasks that you need. So whether it's field work for bushcraft or your more fire prep tasks, food prep, no problem, or any of those general cutting, cordage, and field tasks, this will be a great option. Now something worth considering, Reiff Knives generally falling in that sort of buy once, cry once genre of products, so they will definitely command a higher price, but you absolutely get what you pay for. So the high quality fit and finish, the excellent materials, and the carry no cares warranty, which in essence means you're essentially guaranteed for life the quality of this blade, no defects, but even more so, the carry no cares warranty will even cover loss and theft with police reports. So, if you can provide Reiff with, a police report stating that your knife was stolen, they will cover it under their warranty. They are a family-run business, and they treat you like family. So even though this is an expensive tool, you are completely covered for your lifetime ownership. And so as we go through this, beautiful materials, Magna Cut on the blade steel, with a Rockwell hardness of 60 to 62 HRC. The entire knife, the full overall length, 10.2 inches, and then that blade length, 5.19 inches, which really does fall in that nice field knife or belt knife size class. A lot of people really do gravitate naturally towards that 5-inch blade size for a larger knife. I would say for me, that is definitely true. The vast majority of my collection, I can't say the vast majority, but a huge portion of my collection fall right in this 5-inch blade size class. Kind of like a do-all size, which is fantastic. The blade stock thickness, 3/16 of an inch, so nice and robust. The blade height, 1.37 inches, which is in a fantastic sweet spot. I always like to be, I'd say, just under 1.5 inches, so that's exactly what we have here. Clip point design, you can see the unsharpened swedge over the top, and that high saber grind, a nice aggressive looking fuller, beautiful blade shape overall. As you come across the ricasso, you'll see that sharpening choil, some jimping over the top, which is wonderfully done. It is not overly aggressive. Good enough for the traction on your thumb, but not so much that it's going to beat you up. So that's about perfect in my opinion. The handle, 5.02 inches, 1.17 inches through the thickest point in that palm swell. Absolutely filling out the hand wonderfully, but it's what Reiff does in the construction that really does set them apart from many other companies. There's a few that get these things right, Reiff definitely being amongst the top of them. Everything softened, rounded, contoured perfectly, all the touch points rounded wonderfully. And as you take a look at the handle material, wrapped nicely around the guard, right around the ricasso area, and that means that you will be bearing on a nice full thick handle material in all of your grips, whether you're gripping the knife for piercing tasks or even reverse grip, getting your thumb over the top and then stabbing down. That won't crush your pinky like other knives that have exposed steel only. That's a fantastic design. 3 bolts going through the handle, obviously a full tang construction, extremely robust. And again, I can't really overstate the fact that the softened touch points really do lend themselves very well for general field use, but more than anything, prolonged use without beating up your hands. Now there is an exposed pommel on this end, so you can see for crushing style or like non-lethal pommel strikes. I personally won't use that too much, but the fact that this is a fighting knife, I can see absolutely why they did that. There is jimping introduced into the back, not only in the tang of the knife, but also through the handle material. So as you get your thumb over the top, a little bit of traction there. Nice oversized lanyard hole, and just a great package overall. Now keep in mind the fact that there are a whole bunch of colors. I believe 12 combinations. So there are stone washed, black coated PVD, and in this particular case here, this is really cool, where this is the FDE PVD coating, and it's so unique. It has this real bronzy gold look to it, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now there is a little bit of rub from working in and out of the sheath. I've been carrying this a lot, photographing it a ton, and working this in and out of the sheath. It is getting some rub marks, but I love that because it's actually introducing a little bit of definition in these areas where on that high saber grind, you have that shoulder, and then going into the unsharpened swedge, some of those rub marks are just helping to accentuate that, and I think it's just a gorgeous look overall. The gold, bronzy, kind of brassy looking color is just so cool and unique. And then here, again, many different handle options. Black canvas micarta, and in this particular case, green canvas micarta. Absolutely gorgeous in combination. I love the green canvas micarta combination with that FDE PVD coating. It's such an awesome look, such a great overall presentation, and just a fantastic blade. Now, Reiff, their construction, manufacturing, everything wicked sharp right out of the box. You can see on that secondary bevel, perfect. Their manufacturing is absolutely fantastic, and the overall quality, again, really can't be beat. So you can combine this with about the perfect sheath and carry system to really enhance your overall user's experience. This sheath is gorgeous, very nicely made Kydex, extremely functional. Not only is it beautifully made, but the eyelet spacing is perfect, industry standard spacing, so any other attachments or different sort of connections you would like, no problem. Open lashing points, that is sweet, but even more so, adjustable retention, which the click on this is already about as perfect as you could ask for. Literally rock solid, no rattle. This knife is solid. Little bit of kind of like a ramp to push off, but if you needed to really lock this down, you can tighten up on that screw, kind of increase the overall compression on this portion of the sheath and lock the knife in. So as I was saying, I really do firmly believe that not only are you getting a user's experience with the knife that's going to be fantastic, but the user's experience with this sheath also kick-ass. So multi-position clip, the ability to actually leverage this in different ways. If you are creative, you'll notice that it's drilled out, so you could attach this in a number of different ways. That's a flexible Kydex clip there, very functional. I like that it's offset, gives it a little bit of an offset off of your belt. And on top of that, there's literally no way the knife can rub as you take it in and out of the sheath. So all in all, just a fantastic package. This Vicon is sick. And so again, I've been a Reiff knives fan for years now. Their fit and finish construction, their just general geometry and use philosophy really does resonate with me as somebody who's not only a knife enthusiast, but I design knives as well. I know what I'm looking for in a design, and when I see execution like this, it just makes me happy. There's not a lot of companies out there, there really aren't, that pay attention to all of the details and get things completely dialed in, and Reiff absolutely is one of them. So you're going to pay for it, but if you want knives that are dialed in and can just perform the way you need to with the right materials, with the right setup, but the right touch points, you're going to get that from Reiff. And there's something to be said for that in value, even if it seems like you're spending a lot on a blade right away. It's an heirloom quality product. It has the carry no cares warranty, so no matter what, you're covered. And this could pretty much do anything you need. Now, a couple last very final details. I did want to mention that the spine is squared off enough in spots where you could definitely do some of that striking and scraping. So if you want to use this for the outdoor tasks, I would definitely say you can. A smaller survival style knife, and something that you could trust your life on, it's definitely there. The ability to lash this to a number of different pieces of gear, you absolutely could do that. So everything, again, from your field use, meaning more like on that operator, tactical, and military side of things for sure. But for the general user, this is going to be a great woods craft and fire prep knife. Use it in the kitchen, do some of your cooking tasks. It's just enjoyable. So this is a knife that, in my opinion, really does enhance the Reiff lineup. They've gone the entire time to this point with mostly, I would say, more specific outdoor hiking, camping, backpacking, camp style knives. So to introduce the fighting knife style, I think it's fantastic. And so again, guys, look in the description box below where you can find all of the relevant links for Reiff knives. Thank you to the people at Reiff who did provide this for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless channel, which is more on my primary gear, hiking, camping, backpacking, outdoor experiences. You're here today on Outer Limitless blades, all the sharp and pointy things. I have Outer Limitless 2, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things, and Outer Limitless lights, indoor, outdoor lighting, headlamps, EDC lights, you name it. That's the Outer Limitless family of channels. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.